Hello, once again. How is everyone? Long time no talk. Of course, my name is Drew Dickinson, and welcome to a special Tuesday edition of the 3D. If you are new to the show, the 3D stands for the Drew Dickinson Diatribe. Sorry I missed everyone this past Friday. I was on vacation, and let's be honest, it wouldn't have been a very polite, censorless edition and not a very pleasant 3D if it were to be dropped this past Friday, as I haven't been that upset about a United loss, maybe ever, but definitely not in a long time. And of course, I am referring to the Chelsea game last week, Thursday to be exact, which I'm going to go ahead and dive right into. Manchester United traveled to London last Thursday, of course, like I just said, to take on Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. And honestly, it could not have been more of a worse start for United, conceding 2 goals in the first 20 minutes, one from the penalty spot, which, just like all penalties all season could have been argued. You know, it I'm going to digress on that because I don't want to get on a soapbox on referees and penalties because it could be a 3D of its own. So, piss poor first 20 minutes against Chelsea on Thursday. Then, the boys finally kind of settle in and start playing some really good soccer. So, by halftime, thanks to Garnacho and Bruno Fernandes, it's 2-2. United come roaring back out of the locker room and continue that beautiful attacking football, but still concede shot after shot after shot. Once again, in the 67th minute, Alejandro Garnacho puts United up front 3-2 after another comeback for the ages. We are just over the moon excited as United fans. But no. Not so fast. Because it wouldn't be a Manchester United game without a collapse. You see Eric Ten Hag get cute, subbing off Garnacho, subbing off Højlund, bringing on Marcus Rashford. Okay? Marcus Rashford put in one of the most embarrassing shifts I have ever seen by a United player. Okay? Okay. Whew. Easy, Drew. All right. Jogging in place, no effort, no fight, no desire. Ten Hag taking off Garnacho completely, his threat on attack and his defensive work rate completely gone. I know I mentioned Højlund was off too, so Rashford was playing down the middle. So who knows? He was probably either sulking because he wasn't starting or, well, I don't play down the middle. I'm better on the left. So blah, blah, blah. So you know how he is. And it's nothing new with Marcus. And, Anthony playing on that right side hasn't been very successful in the Manchester United shirt. It's no secret. But that kid, he had the assist of the year for Garnacho's second goal, and he arguably played his best game on Thursday at Stamford Bridge against Chelsea in a United shirt. His defensive work rate is absolutely incredible. And if and when he ever figures out his attacking motive from the right side under Ten Hag for Manchester United, it could potentially be very, very scary because Brazil doesn't select bums. I'm just going to leave it at that, okay? And so 3-2, United are defending for their lives. The referee, 8 minutes of stoppage time, and it gave Chelsea a little bit of confidence. With that being said, Chelsea goes off and scores 2 freaking extra time goals back-to-back from Cole Palmer, who hasn't done anything since his 19th minute penalty goal. But again, another questionable penalty call from the official and an unfortunate deflection which sends Onana the wrong way, and that secured Cole Palmer's hat trick. To make things for Manchester United even more embarrassing, okay, get this. In the 93rd minute, Garnacho awarded the man of the match. Fast forward 8 minutes after Cole Palmer basically won the game for Chelsea, they flipped the man of the match award and gave it to Cole Palmer. I've never seen that happen before, but of course, if that's the first time, it's going to be awarded to Manchester United in the most negative light possible. And I've never, a player winning the man of the match award and then getting it taken from him it's crazy. Again, just an absolute collapse from the visiting Manchester United team. Questionable subs from Ten Hag, who was, let's be honest. 21 minutes in, it felt like he was going to get the sack. I mean, let's just keep it real, okay? I really don't know what to say about United's, lack of finishing games. Okay, you watch the Chelsea game, and for about 4 or 5 minutes, they were stringing passes together like it was, like they were a Brazilian team. I mean, it was beautiful to see, and I just don't know what happened. Diogo Dalot's played so fantastic all year, and the first mistake he makes was a harsh foul in the box that give Chelsea that penalty kick. And of course, Cole Palmer, unmarked, another cutback goal off the deflection into the back of the net. Again, Andre Onana could not do anything about that. And, we're going to make matters worse here, if that's even possible. In the same game, in like a 10-minute span, you lose Rafael Varane and Johnny Evans. Not to mention, before the game, the day before, Tuesday or Wednesday, you get reports that Lisandro Martinez and Victor Lindelof are both out for another extended period of time due to muscle injuries. We'll get to that in a second. But there's a specific list that I want that I made, and I want to read it off to you guys, just about some of the things that happened pertaining to the Chelsea game. All right, so we got another goal conceded from an unmarked player via a cutback. That was the game winner for Palmer. Goals were conceded in the 99th minute, the 100th minute, and the 101st minute in the last 2 games, which both games United were leading in. The inability to hold on to and defend in key moments is I don't know what the word is, but it's not good. Okay. More players, obviously, I just said 2 more injuries to 2 pretty important players. And I've been saying this for the last 4 months. Shots conceded. 28 more shots conceded. That's almost 110 shots conceded in the last 4 games. Set piece setup is just abysmal. Individual errors resulted in all 4 goals, literally 4 individual errors, as well as bad setup contributing to those goals. Conceding and then conceding again right after. It's 2 goals conceded in 1 minute after you're up 3-2 after being down 2-0 in the first 20 minutes. And, Anthony and Garnacho, like I said, they impressed me a lot. Evans came on, and again, like he's done all year, played great, but just couldn't stay healthy. So we also have the most injuries in Premier League history, no left back, first choice CBs started only 3 games together. Mind you, we're in the middle of April. 1 striker, Rasmus Højlund, 1 central defensive midfielder, Casemiro, who's been hurt a few times this season. 2 best players went AWOL, Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho. But everybody wants to say Ten Hag out. But the stat that we see, is the most shots conceded. Of course they're going to have that many shots conceded. There's, fourth, fifth, so many, like I said, so many injuries have forced this goalkeeper, Andre Onana, into an unlikable situation. But if not for him, which I'll talk about in a little bit, there's no telling how many goals will be actually scored for the opposing team on Manchester United. So after Thursday's debacle, United didn't have much time to bitch and moan about that collapse, because on Sunday, you got title contenders, Liverpool, coming to Old Trafford. And after that FA Cup loss that they suffered at the hands of United just a couple of weeks ago, I'd imagine they're chomping at the bit to get back out there against this Manchester United squad. So we're going to fast forward to Sunday, which Manchester United-Liverpool, arguably my favorite sporting rivalry at my favorite sporting venue, Old Trafford. It's a pretty significant rivalry in English football. United has 83 wins all time, 71 wins for Liverpool, and 60 draws between the 2 clubs. Now, for the coaches intact, the head-to-head battle between Klopp and Ten Hag. Klopp has 3 wins. Ten Hag has 1 and 1 draw, that 0-0 draw. earlier this season. And it really is, honestly, it's a rivalry that just it doesn't need any introduction. So as we started, Liverpool they started the day with 70 points in second place. United started the day in sixth points with 48. It's easier for me to say. Started the day in sixth place with 48 points. Just so many points off the top four. Right now, you're trying to find some way to get in form and chase Aston Villa, who are in fifth with 60 points currently, not before the Liverpool game. So you wake up Sunday thinking, surely the boys are up for this. Surely the Chelsea game is put to rest. And for the most part, it really appeared to be an afterthought. Once again, United spent 90 minutes defending for their lives. 1-0 at halftime, okay? 1-0 at halftime. Garnacho, 1 minute into the game, dribbled the goalkeeper. Goal was called back. He was just a step offside. And after his embarrassing jog session on Thursday against Chelsea, Marcus Rashford put in quite the shift, especially in the first half. He went off injured in the 64th minute, but in the first half, he had 4 or 5 incredible crosses. Just nobody was there to finish. He took the inline, put it up top, took players on. It was very nice to see. Unfortunately for Liverpool, after a Kwanzaa mistake, Bruno capitalizes from about 40 yards out, catching Kelleher out of the goal. Second half starts, boom, it's 1-1. Liverpool chance after chance after chance. But Maguire, Dalot, and Willy Campbell, my gosh, he got his first start at CB against Liverpool. And just, guys, he played the game of his life. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Andre Onana. Onana played so well, making it so hard for Liverpool to find that back of the net. In the 67th minute, the 18-year-old star boy, Kobe Mainoo, with once again just an amazingly beautiful goal, receives it, turns inside the 18, kind of just not even looking, bends it in far post, kind of replica to that Wolves goal earlier in the season. He's so good, so smooth, so consistent. How much better he will get is just crazy to think. United he just drips, bleeds United. It's in his DNA. I mean, you can just see. But of course, typical United fashion, they just can't withstand the pressure. Klopp makes some pretty important subs. Gakpo comes in, Harvey Elliott comes in. And Liverpool awarded a penalty, and Mo Salah equalizes from the spot. The game ends 2-2. Okay? But, it was another BS penalty. It's the entire world can sit there, slow these plays down. Obviously, soccer's not played in slow motion. But AWB, he didn't touch him. That's what I'm so sick of VAR not doing their job. At any case, that referee should have gone to the monitor and looked at it himself, because when you do slow it down, which VAR has the ability to do, it once again cost United. But I will not take away from the collapse, because once again, United can't hold on to the lead. Again, down a goal, come back, winning the game 2-1. And the referees and VAR and the lack of mentality for Manchester United once again rue the day. But the referee should, like I said, he should have at least gone to look at it. And again, I'm not going to gripe as much as I did for the Chelsea game, because I said to some friends, AWB, he makes that tackle 99 times out of 100. And that 100th time, of course, he's going to miss it, and it's going to cost United. And Liverpool were awarded a penalty. I mean, you literally cannot make this up. Once again, believe it or not, 28 more goals conceded. That's 56 goals, 56 shots conceded in 2 games. I'm going to say that again. 56 shots in 2 games, 109 in the last 4. Of those 28 shots, Andre Onana was able to save 6. Again, if not for him, in the year of 2024, really no telling where United would be in the table. So we move on a little bit. I like the attitude. I loved the approach to the game. Ten Hag has said it loud and clear, time and time again. We're a counterattacking team that likes to set up and play from the back. And with a healthy back 4, I'm sure we will find fluidity playing out of the back, because, of course, Ten Hag is without Luke Shaw. Rafael Varane, Victor Lindelof, Lissandro Martinez, and Johnny Evans, all defenders, all out injured. Again, Willie Campbell, 19-year-old, came in to play next to Harry Maguire, and they just played fantastic. But how long can a 19-year-old last as a CB for Manchester United? Although we do see Ten Hag has been so great at working with youngsters. Look at Garnacho and Kobe Mainoo. Speaking of Garnacho, get this. Most goals and assists for a teenager in the Premier League this season. 13 goals, assists this season. That's the second most for a teenager across Europe's top 5 leagues. He's the first teenager to score a brace in 3 different games in a season since Michael Owen. Started 30 games, never stops running. And remember, United have an injury-ridden season, and he's the first winger on the team sheet at just 19 years old. Scored the goal this season, that bicycle kick at Everton. He's been one of the few positives this season. His development from the season has just been amazing. Composure, decision-making, all have just been from the bottom. Now he's all the way at the top. His versatility to play left wing, right wing, and most of all, for me, it's the work rate. His pressing is fantastic, but one thing that really impresses me the most, as I said before, it's just the defensive work rate. A 19-year-old just bossing it all over the field. You love to see it. But really quick, back to the United medical staff with all the injuries. And this is one thing, I'm just going to say this real quick. They really, really, really need to start looking into the injury rate because it's atrocious. Everybody wants to scream, Ten Hag out, Ten Hag out. While times I get behind that, but a lot of it, I admit, is strictly emotional. I do think Ten Hag, once again, I do think he stays one more season, but something has to be addressed about the medical staff and about the United's approach to games, whether he's doing too much running or the players aren't keeping themselves fit off the pitch. Who knows? But something needs to be addressed because it is ridiculous. Remember, the chosen back three, the preferred back three, has only been together 3 games this entire season, and we're in the middle of March. Before I get out of here, just some quick breaking news. Today, mind you, football director for Manchester United, John Murtaugh, has stepped down. And all I got to say about that is good riddance, peace, see you later. Do not let the door hit you on the way out, as he has been future endeavored. I can see it coming. Brighter days coming to Manchester United sooner than later. Look, guys, it's going to be it for me. I really appreciate you sticking around with me for this extended special Tuesday edition of the 3D. Like I said, I was out last week for vacation, and this weekend was kind of crazy, but I want you all to stay tuned for another 3D this Friday, previewing Manchester United's trip to Bournemouth. We all know what happened the last time Bournemouth and Manchester United played. Solanke really put it on United, and they just pounded the boys in red 3-0. So I hope it'll be a different outcome. Maybe we'll have some updates in the health realm. Maybe we'll have a different United team. Maybe we'll have that United team that played in the middle of the Chelsea game and that United team that played in the entire game against Liverpool. I hope they figure out a click. I really would love to have Europe next season. I think it's a lot for Ten Hag. If he doesn't have UEFA Conference League or Europa League, I'm just not sure what Ineos are going to do. I really don't. But with that being said, again, we'll talk more about that this Friday. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. Enjoy your week. Talk to you all soon. Drewski out.
Ridiculous.